Well, here it comes. My Edmonds. Looks like it had a little bit of a rough ride. On top of that, my knife broke. This will probably be my first and last unboxing. So I sent Jimmy, I tell you what, a dangerous thing is a lock blade knife where the blade ain't locking anymore. I sent Jimmy one of my cases, and I may cut my finger off. I've been meaning to sharpen another one of my knives, pocket knives. I've never done it. I'm a little bit scared. Jimmy, he might pull out some kind of trick like the Joker does to Batman. Might be some explosion, something. I didn't really pack the case real well before I sent it because it's an old Calton. I mean, it'll make it. It'll make it. Oh. Well. Got Bert's case here. Got Bert's likeness on it. This is one of the old Canadian. They're the probably, I don't know, third generation Canadians, because they got the rubber feet on, but they got the headstock pads inside. That's another reason I sent this one, so you don't have to wrap nothing up. You ready? Look at there. Look at that. Look at that. So this is West Virginia Red Spruce top, and old groath Honduran. This was Jimmy's last set that he had out of some stuff that he used. Man, it's lightweight. I asked him to make me kind of a fat neck. I never even said no kind of measurements. I just said, hey Jimmy, make me a fat neck. Check out these tuner buttons. So I'm gonna play it. I mean, this thing's fresh off the truck. I'm gonna pull her up to pitch. That's the other thing I do. We'll turn it into opinion here. I tune from the middle. And if I really want to know what the guitar sounds like, I don't spoil it by tuning hard. I can tell you this, it's mean. Okay. Well, I don't care about a guitar, I just tune at normal volume. Here we go. West. Check out the bass. Man, this thing. So I'm gonna play it. Let it settle in for a few minutes. We'll take it in, put it on the microphones. It'll be amazing what this thing will do here in just about 10 minutes. But I'm telling you what, this thing is absolutely. It has got it right out of the chute. It's got it, and I love this neck. I went with the Evos again. And this neck is just perfect, man. I asked him for a little bit bigger neck. It's got a vintage style neck. Look at the burst on that. And the binding. He put a little bit of stain on the binding. Jimmy's, he's an artist, man. He is absolutely just, wow. This is something. Let's put it on the microphones. What about that? Something I always like about Jimmy's guitars, how they have a presence up and down. You know, it doesn't matter. It's just as loud, you know, up over the body, and it's as loud at the 7th and 8th fret as what it is open, you know. And you've got great bass response up high too. get that out of everything. You don't get that out of everything. And you got the big pretty chords. So, just think about it. I played this guitar for about another 5 minutes, maybe, off camera, and I went out and fed the cows, and I ate some supper, and I came in, and here we are. Okay. And this guitar is just crazy good right out of the box. And I mean, what you get right out of the box on a brand new guitar like this ain't nothing like what you're going to get tomorrow, which is nothing like what you're going to get in 72 hours. And then just based on my experience, kind of after maybe about 5 days, you kind of hit a threshold, and it's so far up the ladder from where it was when you first started. And then you'll hit another threshold in another maybe a month or two if you're playing it regular. And I can't even imagine, because I AB'd this with my Brazilian 41, and I have played the absolute dog out of that guitar since I've had it. I mean, I've probably put more playing on it than what a lot of people put on a guitar in a year, just in a couple of months. And this thing was, man, it was right there with it. It was absolutely right there with it. This is the first time I've had a capo on it. I mean, it's strong. It's just like you've been playing it for 6 months. You're hearing it right as I'm first hearing it, I promise you. even with the B string going haywire and everything. And the setup on this it's just like Jimmy always does. It's just beautiful. And my wife, she was looking at it and she said, Jimmy's finish work is as clean as anything that I've ever seen, and it's cleaner than most any small shop builder instrument that's come through here. That's what she said. I know I pay attention, and I know how great Jimmy, bless his heart, he probably gets tired of doing sunbursts because he does so good on them that everybody wants one. It's just absolutely perfection on that stuff, and his fit and finish, and the little details. Something I was telling her, the edges of the guitar. And we're not talking about them crazy bevel things like Ferk or Taylor or some of these folks are doing, where they have that strong bevel on there. I'm not talking about that, but the edges are absolutely rolled on the guitar all the way around. They're rolled. And you can sit with your arm on this thing. And I know if you've picked up many guitars, you've picked up some where you feel like they're kind of cutting into you. The binding and the ledge there is sharp. Jimmy thinks of these, just tons of these little details that some fool like me would forget. And he just rounds that over. And it is just so beautiful. And this is varnish finish, of course. And it's just so slick, so clean. I have a bad habit of sitting around and just, kind of like you would on silk. And I'm always just like, wow, man, getting fingerprints on everything. B flat. Crazy good. If I was playing a session tomorrow, I'd play this. I would play this. This is crazy good. Probably lost everybody. My unboxing took me too long to get out of the box, so I'm trying to talk some specs while I talk. Mention West Virginia Red Spruce top, old growth, that Adirondack, maple binding, and he put some stain on this that's just we had pictures come up, just glorious. He's got I told him, I said, every guitar except for the real cheap ones, like my first guitar, which was a K, it had plastic buttons on the tuners. And I said, everything I've ever owned was metal. I'm tired of that. Put me a set of wood buttons on there. And he's like, okay, well, do you want koa? Do you want snakewood? And I said, you building the guitar, just put them on there. So then he got me back last week. He said, "Yeah, the guitar's done." I said, "What did you ever do with them buttons?" He said, "Oh, no, took some off an old Harmony. You know, they're white. They got that aged look, turn a little bit yellow." So I never even knew what the buttons were. Those are Koa, and I told you I wanted a little bit more of a vintage vibe type neck, and he just nailed it. He nailed it. Very even. Check the colors on this baby. All the way, man. Bang up job again. Every time I think Jimmy has absolutely done all he can do, he surprises me again, and that's the way I was with that D-41. I just about had to go through some major hoops, and I didn't think I was going to be able to get that 41, which I got off of Dale Owen. So I called Jimmy up and I said, "Listen, man, I'm in love with this thing. I don't know. Build me a D-18. He said, "Okay, well." And then I got my deposit paid and everything, and we got kind of a scheme together to build it, and the materials picked out. And Dale calls me up and he says, "Well, I tell you what." Well, actually, he had something going. He had some trades going on. And I said, "Hey, listen, I'll take that 18 and blah blah, or that 41." And we ended up. I was able to strike a deal with him, and I told Jimmy, I sent him a text. I said, "Yay, I was able to get that 41 from Dale. He's not going to repossess it from me after all." And Jimmy wrote back and he said, "Oh, do you want to cancel your 18? And I said, "Are you crazy? No." So here we are, and man, I could not be more happy. I'm going to put in the description box, I'll have Jimmy's website. And I won't throw his phone number up on YouTube, but if you go to his website, you can email him or you can call him right there from his website. Or if you Google Edmonds guitars, you'll find it as well. But I know too that from my dealings and communications with him, there's not a better person in the world you can have build you a guitar. And his prices compared to so many people, he's built right at 400 guitars. And you're talking varnish finish, Evo frets, sunburst, very old growth mahogany, very high quality red spruce. He culls a lot of stuff. Waverly tuners. And I've seen a lot of American builders charge 3 times what he charges for this same guitar that I'm holding right here. So, and he's wonderful to deal with. He's wonderful to deal with. So if you want to talk to him, you can email him or you can call him or text him. That number on his website. He gets a lot of spam calls and things, and he works for a living in a shop. So every time the phone rings, it's not always possible for him to pick it up. So if you do call him and he don't answer, you can leave him a voicemail and tell him you're interested in the guitar or whatever, or you can text him and tell him your name and say, hey, I'm interested in a guitar, or email him. But I'm telling you what, man, I am just plumb ecstatic. Thank you very much, Jimmy Edmonds. I love this man, and I'm gonna have a moon spruce on order with him too. He's picking out my mahogany, and so you know, when we get that, it'll be a long ways down the road because he's got several orders. But also here in a few days, I'll AB this with the Brazilian, even though the Brazilian is now about 6 months old. We'll AB it back to back, the Brazilian 41, and then down the road, I mean, it'll be a lot of months from now. But when he does my moon spruce, we'll get that, and we'll be able to let you hear mahogany and add a red spruce and mahogany and moon spruce, both from Edmonds, and you can kind of see the difference in the tones of those. But Jimmy's just a wonderful guy, and this is a wonderful instrument, man. I really treasure it, and I appreciate you guys watching. Check Jimmy out, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Take care.